Going Beyond is a presentation of Beyond Housing, helping entire communities become better places to live with RareGem Productions.
We're going beyond.
Today on Going Beyond.
On today's show, we're going to talk about jobs, big things that has come out of the tragedy in Ferguson with Michael Brown is this need in the St. Louis region for more jobs and more jobs for youth in our community.
We are hosting a North County Opportunity Expo. This will be held on January 13th at Florissant Valley Community College in their training center in the back of their Florissant Valley campus from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And this is not a job fair. Rather, this is an Opportunity Expo. So what we're trying to do is educate folks looking for a career, looking for possibly a change in career or a first career, to try to educate them on how to get into the trades. Come out and learn about what exactly it takes to be in a trade. What does a carpenter do on a day-to-day basis? What does a laborer do on a daily basis? And figure out if that's something you might be interested in. And if it is, what's the roadmap to get there? So we are calling this North County Opportunity Expo Trades, Training, and Apprenticeships.
So joining me on the show today to talk about a fantastic job expo that's coming up around the corner is the president of Roanoke Construction and the chairman of the board of trustees of the Village of Belnor, my good friend, Mr. Kevin Bucheck. Beyond Housing is going beyond.
That and more ahead today on Going Beyond with Chris Krehmeyer, right after this.
This is Chris Krehmeyer, your host of Going Beyond and the president and CEO of Beyond Housing. From all of us here at Going Beyond, we wish you a joyous and blessed holiday season, and we look forward to an exciting 2015 with you joining us on Going Beyond.
RareGem Productions proudly presenting the positive.
Hi, my name is Kevin Bucheck. I'm the chairman of the Board of Trustees for the Village of Belnor. I believe that the problem facing St. Louis today is racial inequality. I believe that people in St. Louis should live together. We should integrate our society. People of all races, creeds, and economic positions should live together as one. And I believe in going beyond.
We're going beyond. Welcome to this edition of Going Beyond. I'm your host, Chris Krehmeyer, President and CEO of Beyond Housing. On today's show, we're going to talk about jobs, big things that has come out of the tragedy in Ferguson with Michael Brown is this need in the St. Louis region for more jobs and more jobs for youth in our community. So joining me on the show today to talk about a fantastic job expo that's coming up around the corner is the president of Roanoke Construction and the chairman of the board of trustees of the Village of Belnor, my good friend, Mr. Kevin Bucheck. Kevin, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Chris.
So, Kevin, again, one of many things clearly that has sprung from the tragic death of Michael Brown is this need to ensure that there are enough job opportunities, training opportunities for our young people in our community. So could you tell our listeners about an exciting expo that's coming up around the corner?
Sure, absolutely. So we are hosting a North County Opportunity Expo. This will be held on January 13th at Florissant Valley Community College in their training center in the back of their Florissant Valley campus. It'll be held on January 13th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And this is not a job fair. Rather, this is an Opportunity Expo. So what we're trying to do is educate folks looking for a career, looking for possibly a change in career or a first career, to try to educate them on how to get into the trades. So we are calling this North County Opportunity Expo Trades, Training, and Apprenticeship.
So one of the great data points that you and all the people who are sponsoring this, and we'll go over some of the great sponsors here in a minute, is that over the next 10 years, there are over $5 billion in major construction projects are planned. Now, I'm not sure what $5 billion looks like relative to construction. I'm going to assume that there's not enough people in the trades right now to be able to handle locally $5 billion in construction. And we would clearly hate to see folks have to be brought in from out of the St. Louis region to fill some of these jobs. This is a great opportunity for this North County Opportunities Expo.
Absolutely. And there are many, many jobs coming with this $5 billion in construction. And several folks have said that $5 billion is even a conservative number. It's pretty easy to quickly get to the $5 million when you factor MSD's got $1 billion of construction planned. The BJC complex has $1 billion of construction planned. So obviously we have many, many jobs in the trades coming in the near future. And the biggest issue we have is several folks in the trades are aging out, starting to get toward retirement age, and there aren't enough folks. We don't have enough apprentices following those journeymen who are nearing retirement. So we need to start recruiting folks into the trades today to ensure that 2 years from now, 5 years from now, we have enough folks to fill those roles.
So again, for our listeners, it's not a traditional job fair per se, right? It's entitled North County Opportunities Expo: Trades, Training, and Apprenticeships. To your point about how do we get folks in line, right, to learn the skills, to learn the trade, to get ready to be able to tackle the job. So again, it's a unique opportunity, right? You don't have to be on the spot, job ready, right? This is more of a note. Let's tell you what a trade is. Let's get you understanding what's out there, what's coming to the pike, and how you can get ready. That's
right. This is more just an information gathering. So come out and learn about what exactly it takes to be in a trade. What does a carpenter do on a day-to-day basis? What does a laborer do on a daily basis? And figure out if that's something you might be interested in. And if it is, what's the roadmap to get there? How do you become a carpenter? How do you become a laborer? How do you become a lineman for Ameren?
Right. Again, so again, to our listeners, you don't have to have all the skills. You don't have to have a super polished resume. That's not what this is about. This is about learning about this field. Again, we talk about kids going to college all the time, and that's a great and positive thing for those that's something they want to do. But there's so many other much needed tasks to be done in our region, and folks in the trades, will teach you a skill that is marketable, that will allow you to earn a great living, raise your family, and be a member in the community that you live in.
That's probably the best thing about these opportunities is you don't have to come in with any training or experience. You actually get training on the job, and you get paid while you are training. So you can come in, basically all you need to do is, for many of these jobs, be 17 or 18 years old. Some of them require high school diploma or GED. Some do not. So pretty much everyone over the age of 17 qualifies for one of these opportunities.
And you have a long list of great sponsors here. We have Ameren UE, we have St. Louis Community College at Florissant Valley, the St. Louis County Department of Human Services. We have Slate. We have the AGC, which is the Associated General Contractors of St. Louis. We have the Construction Career Centers. We have the Missouri Office of Community Engagement. We have our good friends at Boeing and the leadership of the 24-1 Initiative are all sponsoring this event. Again, it's Tuesday, January 13th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at St. Louis Community College at the Florissant Valley Training Center at 3400 Pershall Road in Ferguson, Missouri. Again, North County Opportunities Expo: Trades, Training, and Apprenticeships. So, Kevin, in your day job at Roanoke Construction, you see firsthand the need for trained folks in the trades, and you have heard firsthand from lots of folks in the community about we want people on the job site looking like people in the communities where a lot of development is going on. And so give us a little bit about your sense of what this Opportunities Expo can do to really begin filling a pipeline, for young folks in our community to be on the job sites doing work in their own community.
Absolutely. So it's important to the folks at Roanoke, and it's actually become important to many of the construction consumers to ensure that folks on the job site look like the community in which we're building. So when we're building new construction in the city of St. Louis or North St. Louis County, we want to see black workers on the job site. And right now, we do not have enough minority and women in the trades. So this is a perfect opportunity to start to encourage folks to enter the trades and give those folks an opportunity that might not have had one before. Another important thing to note here is the level of pay for these jobs. These are not $10 an hour jobs. These are not minimum wage jobs. These are very high-paying jobs that can lead to careers with great benefits. Many of these jobs, once you become a journeyman, will pay in excess of $40 and $50 per hour plus benefits.
Say that again. You can lead your way to how much per hour?
$40 to $50 plus per hour, plus benefits on top of that. Great benefits. These are jobs, many of which still have pension plans.
So I'll do some quick math for you. If you're making $50 an hour, you're making over $100,000 a year, and you can clearly raise a family, become a homeowner. Help send your kids to college, again, with that kind of salary, in addition to the benefits that a lot of these trades and these industries provide to their employees.
Absolutely.
So again, Kevin, when we think about some of the many conversations folks in the region have had about what's needed and necessary to prevent tragedies like the death of Michael Brown. We've had a lot of folks say we need jobs, right? So for those of you who believe that's true, please share the word about the North County Opportunities Expo if you believe that our kids need to get positioned for long-term success and have the kind of jobs, make the kind of income to again, give them great opportunities and great hope about the future. Join Kevin Bucheck from Roanoke Construction and many others at the North County Opportunities Expo, Tuesday, January 13th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at St. Louis Community College Florissant Valley Training Center, 3400 Pershall Road. If folks want to get the recorded event information that Kevin described here earlier, you can call 314-539-5791. Again, recorded event information can be found at 314-539-5791. Okay, let's talk a little more about this notion of positioning folks for getting into the trades. I'm willing to bet that if you're an 18-year-old young man or woman listening, and that you graduated from high school not too long ago, and somebody says to you, "What do you think? What do you think a plumber does every day?" My bet is you're going to shrug your shoulders and say, "I have absolutely no idea." So again, tell listeners why this event, again, it's not a traditional job fair, right? It's not about bring your resume and, be interviewed on the spot. It's really about understanding about the trades. It's about having an opportunity to actually come talk to some folks who have been through it. We're going to have some journeymen there on site who can tell you about their experience, how it was for them going through the apprenticeship program. They can tell you about a day in the life on a job site, what they do from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. So again, it's a great opportunity to, again, not just say, oh, here's my resume, but really understand, is this something you want to do or not do, right? You may learn, I'm not sure if that's something I want to do, or you may say, wow, that's perfect for me. That's exactly what I'd love to do. And then people get positioned to say, okay, what's next, right? So if you show up, you don't have any history of being a carpenter, and you show up and you hear and you learn, like, okay, I'm interested. What are some examples of what could happen next? So some next steps from here, and there will be companies there that have jobs coming in the future. There will be contractors there and subcontractors there with job opportunities in the future. So if you decide this is something you're interested in when you come to the expo, you can make contact with some of those folks who will have those jobs. And typically, once you decide, I want to get into a trade, you say, I want to become a carpenter in 6 months or a year. You keep in touch with those folks, you apply for the job, and then those folks will help you get into the trades. They'll help you get into the local unions and help you get established. So again, this is a great opportunity to get positioned for long-term success. If folks believe, like many do, that getting a job is clearly the best way to stabilize your life and get you positioned for long-term success, in addition to education and housing and health and all the other things that we talk about on a regular basis. But clearly, as it relates to finding positions and jobs that pay well more than a living wage and that can really be successful and be part of making the St. Louis region the best it can be, given that we have $5 billion of planned development projects over the next 10 years. One more time for our listeners, Kevin, give them the details of the event. Okay, the North County Opportunities Expo, Training, Trades, and Apprenticeships. This is going to be Tuesday, January 13th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's going to be held at St. Louis Community College at Flo Valley in their training center, which is in the back of campus. There will be signs on site that day. You can come anytime between 9 and 3. You don't have to be there for all 6 hours. So if you just have a free hour at lunch or a free hour in the morning or the afternoon, come out for an hour or so and see what it's all about. This is an absolutely fantastic opportunity for everybody in our region, and particularly for our young folks who are interested in learning a little more about the trades and how they can get engaged. All right, and I have one more thing to add, if I may, Chris. There's a common misconception among many folks in the public that they cannot get into these jobs if they have what we're referring to as career roadblocks, if they have a past criminal record, if they have used drugs in the past. There are many misconceptions about
issues that may keep people from being eligible for these opportunities. And we're here to tell you there are no roadblocks. Any roadblock you may have can be overcome, and we will have resources on site that day to help you work through those roadblocks, to talk to you about dealing with past legal issues. So even a felony conviction does not make you ineligible for these jobs. Everyone is eligible.
So with that last word, there's no reason why you shouldn't show up. If you're interested, don't have an excuse that you heard that you couldn't make it, that your past could prevent you. As you heard from Kevin Bucheck, that is not true. Roadblocks will be cleared. Hurdles can be overcome, but you have to show up. Tuesday, January 13th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the St. Louis Community College Florissant Valley Training Center. Once again, Kevin Bucheck, president of Roanoke Development, chairman of the Board of Trustees of the City of Belnorth. As always, thanks for being on the show. We're going beyond.
Going Beyond is a presentation of Beyond Housing, helping entire communities become better places to live with RareGem Productions. Proudly promoting, presenting, and producing positive programming.
Neighborhood is where you live, and we want to keep it strong and vibrant. This is Chris Krehmeyer with Beyond Housing. We are going beyond.
Chris Krehmeyer, president and CEO of Beyond Housing, located at 4156 Manchester. Phone number 314-533-0600. The only organization in the St. Louis region that offers access to affordable housing. Wherever we work, our goal is to help transform people, families, and communities so that they achieve the skills, strategies, resources, and commitment to succeed for the long term. See our work at beyondhousing.org. Podcast for Going Beyond can be heard, downloaded, and shared by visiting hallelujah1600.com. Listed under the music tab, on demand. Going Beyond is another positive production of RareGem Productions.